The story of the film is really about what it's like to be in the Y generation, or what it's like to be a millennial, or what it's like to be a 20-something in the 21st century.
I think also like being a millennial, it's nice that there's a movie being made by young filmmakers.
You know, I've been hearing all these stories about teen suicide, and I thought to myself, this could be an interesting topic.
It's been a while since we've had a local youth film to define a generation. So I'm really hoping that our film, #Y, is really one of the films that could define our generation.
Well, teen suicide is just the backdrop of the story, but in the film, you'll see like different characters, different experiences, different problems, which I think personally I can relate to, and I think that teens could relate to.
Okay na!
Throughout the years that I've been shooting films, usually people give you pegs, movie pegs. I want the film to look like this, I want the film to look like this. When you talk about the look of a film, it's not really something that you say, oh, I want the film to look like this. The film, the story, the characters, they all have to dictate the look of the film.
To come up with a good story, I think it's best if you experience it firsthand, or you know someone close to you. Also, one thing is we got to delve deep in their heads. Like, we got to hear their thoughts on what was happening in the film. So it was also very interesting to get to know each and every character.
The movie is divided in two sets. So it's the realistic world, which is the bars and the events that the main characters deal with, and the house, or probably the interiors. We kind of decided to make it more stiff and more unnatural.
It's different in terms of style, the technicals, and of course in the animals, I showed more of the environment. At least now I get to get inside their heads.
It's how everything comes to life. After thinking about it, after talking about it with your director, the process of, what he wants for the story, and then I try to translate them visually, I suggest on the shots, we talk about everything, even the movement, framing, lighting. It excites me when I see them happening on set.
One, action!
I watched a lot of movies about young people, like the youth. To me, like most of them are paced very fast, and I think #Y is unique in its own way.
Working with such a young team, young cast, crew, it was very comfortable. It's like learning together with them.
Ang impression nila, negative kagad because it's about sex, drugs, alcohol, ganun agad. Pero in reality, we have a positive thing to say.
Well, my main message for this film is actually for people to realize that, suicidal people are not crazy. They can be clinically depressed, could be lonely, and how we can, form a society and a community for other people to understand why they're like that.
With the story, we're not trying to prove anything. We're not trying to sway anyone in a direction. What we're really trying to do is show people that this is our generation. This is us, and this is why.